Dareth, we venture deeper. I procrastinated for a while on playing further. I was just like, oh, I just know it's a boss gauntlet. Yep, there's a fog door. I'm like, I have an idea of how these games end lately, and I'm like, I know I'm walking straight into another one. Take some solace in the idea that I've beaten the 2 bosses that seem to be famously difficult, so can't be that as bad at least. Are we playing with gender for fun and profit? Hello. Whoop. Oh, it does that too, huh? Oh. Whoop. Fucking fake out swings. It'll always work on me. And how does it not work on you? Like, I'm gonna get you. And then they just awkwardly freeze for like 3 seconds. You're like, are they coming or not? Where's the attack? So you're another Radagon? I thought I've already killed you like 3 times. Ow. Uh-oh. Is that a grab? Ah, fuck. This is not the opening you're hoping for. Ah. What? Ah, ah, the stomps. God damn it. It's such a long wait to get one swing off. Man. Ah, why can't I ever do it? Fall, 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 fall. I didn't even realize I was that close to a cliff. That's terrifying. That decay or whatever the fuck it's called is not doing shit to you. What? I meant to change weapons. You try that one? Good. You got booty. Well, that's no damage. God damn it. There needs to be better systems for some of this stuff. Not exactly mind-blowing spells. Iffy on whether or not any of them are that useful on the fly. I forgot what my flask is set to. Blinded by the light. Fuck. Ah, fuck. All my weapons are bad. That's not the right menu. Negates damage and boosts holy attack. Okay. So the flask boosts the scythe, but not the sword. Ah, fuck. Where is he throwing that? It is funny that their AI doesn't turn off, even if they have nothing else to do. He's crushing me. I feel like in this whole like second half of the game, I have almost no sense of when it's safe to attack most enemies. Kind of feels like it never is. God damn it! That fucking swing. What? The animation must just be that long. I was absolutely sure that I was ready to dodge that one. Fuck. This weapon's basically useless unless I can trigger bleed. Ah. Alright, so back to the sword, and I guess we'll turn on the flame modifier on the flask, even though I never used the flask. When am I gonna use the flask? Maybe at some point there is a moment that feels like it'll be the key moment. Billy was doing better with this. He's probably resistant to holy. My god, look how much more damage that is! Compared to what we've gotten used to. Oh my god! Now. It's rough how much stats play into your effectiveness in this game. Like elemental stuff. Stuff that's like invisible. Like the game doesn't give you feedback about how much resistance enemies have to different things. Everyone just looks it up online, I think. Like, because the game doesn't tell you in any real way. So you don't know if you're having a hard time because of the weapon or not. And it's not, and once again, this is my endless thing I say about these games. You're not really free to experiment, even though they do implement even though they keep implementing respecking systems in these games, they're not implementing ways that let you freely change where you've put your upgrades on your weapons. And inherently they have an upgrade system built around increasingly rare resources towards the end. I've been complaining about this in Dark Souls 2, with like the petrified dragon bone and stuff. It's like, oh, sure hope you know exactly what to spend these on, because you're not getting more. Fuck. How did I miss again? Uh-oh. Nope. Nope. Nah. It's pretty astonishing how much finding openings for that ability is clearly the way to win this fight. The sheer amount of health he loses that quickly, or they lose, or whatever. I have no idea. I did see boobs, right? I'm not imagining that from the intro. Am I fighting a different character model than the cutscene has? I could watch it again. That's why I had the whole comment about, like, are we playing with gender for fun and profit? I swear I saw something different. Yeah, that's not... those aren't pecs. Definitely different. You have blonde hair. So a female form falls from a ring in a game called Elden Ring, and then a different character or a different appearance pops out of the rubble. Red hair instead of blonde. Masculine presenting. Same arm as a ghost arm though? Oh, the hair changes color. Okay. Multiple things point back to Melania. The red hair, the missing arm. Again? Fuck. Ah! Points for readability. A character with a clear silhouette and readable attacks. Kind of like Melania. What I like. The sheer level of fake out of that one move is kind of infuriating. I do not like the, oh, when's it gonna happen approach to certain animations. I think Melania didn't do, which is neat. Her damage was just so incredibly overtuned, and she had life leech that it was like, this seems like bullying. Why did they do this? This is mean. Yep. It's gonna explode after, I think? No? He's teleporting! Nothing personal, Tarnished. Ow. 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 Heal, 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 heal. Ow. Stop it. Stop it! Do a different attack. Ow. He's doing a different attack now. I'm dead. You dick. The fucking lightning spam. Is that a thing he's gonna do at half health each time? Or is that just a AI went on a little trip that time? Just had a wacky adventure. Oh, here we go again. No. Oh my god, that miss. Oh, my stamina. Ah! Yes. Finish him? Yes, it still got off. Ah, too early. Oh no. What is this? What? Yeah. 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 No! No! Nah. Quickly. Yeah. Secondary explosion. No. Out. Fuck! Blow it now. God damn it. No! No! Fuck you. I accidentally bumped the attack button while I was trying to dodge, so I attacked instead. Hit him! Yeah. Phase 2, fuck you. I know there's a phase 2, but I'm gonna celebrate for a minute. Come on. Let me have this. Oh, fuck. This is not the phase 2 I was expecting. What is happening? Where do I go? I don't... I'm fucked. Ah, he makes me Aang from the Elden Ring shape thing. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's happening. Fuck. It's not a phase 2, that's a second boss fight. I'm gonna take credit for that. I'm gonna take credit for beating a boss on my own. I did it. That counts. That's not a phase 2. That's just a second boss fight they make you fight after the first one. Which is arguably what a lot of phase 2s are. It's really iffy as a concept. But that one's especially not a phase 2. Fuck that. That's super not a phase 2. Ah, stompy stompy. Oh boy. Wasn't sure where that one was gonna go. Good. Yeah. Ow. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think that's a phase transition attack. He does that at, like, past half health or something. Ugh. Like to sing you a nursery rhyme. Fuck you. Oh, that didn't hit. I can't really see you very well right now. Kind of a dick move, honestly. Cool, I'm already dead. Alright. Uh-oh. Woo! Woo! Hey! Are you about to explode on me? I feel like you're about to explode on me. I don't trust this. Oh, kinda. What are you doing? What are you do? I'm gonna run. Ah! Flashbacks to fucking Galaxy Centipede, goddamn. Am I ever gonna be in melee range again? What's this one do? How far away is it? Okay, it's hard to tell. Okay, is it gone or is it still chasing me? Oh, TJ, no! I really need you to be alive. It's imperative, and whatnot. Boop. 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 Okay, we're doing this again. He conjures a circle around me, and then I jump over it. Yeah. And they explode. Okay. This boss fight's kind of fucking cool. It's not working! No? Is that I feel like that explodes in a second. Yep. Look, I finally fucking hitting the boss fight again. Gah! Yeah, no, don't get hit by all the attacks. No! I was doing good at not getting hit by those specifically. That was the easy part. That's a cool boss fight. I am fully bracing for the possibility of there being another phase. I will not believe that this boss is dead until a cutscene plays and then it returns me to gameplay and there's no boss health bar on the screen. Until that happens, I do not trust that boss fight to end when it ends. Because fucking Sekiro pulled some shit. I don't trust it. I'm actually confused by how old school that boss fight feels, and not like the stuff I've been dealing with throughout Elden Ring. Oh. God damn. This isn't good. Yep. I knew that was bad. I knew that was not gonna go well. Nope, nope. Alright, bud, we can do this. We've gotten so close, which now means I'm gonna spend like the next 2 hours trying to get back to where I was last time. Because that's how it goes. I thought there was going to be a phase 2 where the boobs come back, honestly. It just seemed inevitable, honestly. Gah, forget about the real hit is the after part. Nope. Explosion! Fuck. Always forgetting about explosions! Fuck. Go. That also gonna explode? What's going on there? Ah! Not off to a great start. Yeah. Fuck. This is not going well. I just stopped landing hits altogether. Yeah. Yeah. This is going exceptionally poorly. Tuche is also already almost dead. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do for that attack. I don't know how big that attack, the explosion is. Not good. It's like, as a concept, not doing great. Right, this part. I forgot. It only happens at the beginning, I think. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh fuck! At the same time? Peachy, you're not being a good distraction. Fuck, there goes half my flasks ahead. What? It's blowing up already? This is going so much worse. Ah, the grab. What if instead of killing me, you didn't kill me? Oh, it didn't kill me? Does that do something else that I don't know? I'm not sure what that grab does. It didn't seem to hurt me. Oh, fuck. Okay. No, I remember this. Oh, it's not attacking me? Okay. Where is he? Whoop. Ah. Whoop. Okay. That one explodes immediately, apparently. Oh, Joe, I rolled into it. Very smart. Ah, fuck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just want to practice this fight. I do not like the string multiple boss fights together thing. They're completely unrelated fights. Like, they have nothing to do with each other. Why are they back to back? Womp 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 womp. Yeah. What do I do with this? I'm still not sure if jumping works because he didn't attack me that time. Oh my god, he's going down quick this time. That's good. That's a good start. That's a good start. Let's make it count, let's make it count, let's make it count. Uh-oh. Don't die of fire. Gah. 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 No 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 no. Whew. Whew. No, I didn't get to swing. Let me swing. Oh, we're doing this again? Okay. Who's he attacking? Me. Yoop. That one's cute. I like how you can tell what the fuck. Ow. No talking. No talking! No! Hi. Fuck, that's a new one. He wasn't doing the thrust before. Uh-oh. That seems bad. Please let my attacks land! Uh-oh. Frame perfect. Ah. Fuck! God damn it. He's so far away that the attack took forever to land. Fuck. Phase 1 went so well. I was off to a good start. But I like the, I like how comprehensible the big attack is. Oh yeah, you have to hop over the rings. Makes sense. Ah! How did I get your attention? Ah, fuck. Holy shit! My health is gone. Man, I have not done anything yet. God damn it. Uh-oh. You might think this is an opening. That is a mistake. Oh, that was my opening, though. Damn it. Ah. I'm never ready for the stomp because it looks like he's swinging his weapon. Damn it. I'm about to die. Yep. Nope. Didn't hit me. I'm halfway out of heals. That's not good. Definitely trying to use fewer than those. Fewer than that many. Fuck! He's fucking chaotic this time. That one's hard to be ready for. God damn it, I can never dodge it right. That one somehow launches earlier than it feels like it should. That's the one that explodes? Man. I don't understand some of these moves, I guess. Oh, this one is horrible. God damn it. Sometimes it just doesn't explode, and sometimes it does explode, and I can't tell which ones are which very well. Ah, lock on. How we're doing this now. How do I... Shit, how do I... There we go. Forgot how to change my weapon for a second there. Ooh. Ooh. Are you attacking me at all? I don't know. I couldn't tell if any of them were gonna come for me. Damn it. Stress. Whew. Fuck. He's about to die. I'm about to be alone. There he goes. Ah, fuck. Ah! Fuck. You have a lot more health than I would hope for you to have right now. Fuck. Ah, shit. Oh! Why is there a boundary? Wait. Is this the edge of the arena? Honestly, I kind of thought it was an infinite scrolling void. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. It's all fun and games until you have the gall of thinking you can actually hit him at some point. What's he doing now? Oh, the meteor. Boop. Boop. No? Woo. Nope, no, 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 no. If you can just have the decency to let one of your attacks end before you do the next one, please. Frick. Oh, that's a shitty heal. Oh, that's what I have equipped. Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, that's the rest of my healing. That's every flask? Yep. He's doing both. Okay. Stop rolling, or stop it. Shit. God damn it. Can we fight for a second, man? I'm escaping my fate. Look at me go. Oh, that's the boundary. Lucky it wasn't in my way. Oh, fuck. Huh, huh. I can't hit him, man. What? It explodes too, even if you dodge it? Man. It's reminding me a bit of Astel or whatever his name was. Where I'm just like, fucking come back. You're so fucking far away and you're spamming these abilities. Come back here. I have sword. Stomp, 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 kill, kill. Murder, murder, murder. It is an interesting little detail that you try to use the fog gate and then you're overcome by light. I think this is the first time your character in a Souls game has had a weird reaction to the fog gate in any way. It's been like a uniform thing since like the beginning of the series. Oh boy. I'm bubbled, bitch! There we go. Oop. Oh, that was the opening. God damn it. That one explodes? No? Ow. Holy fuck, his health is low. Gah! Yeah. Teacher, help! Yeah. Nope. He was so close to being dead, god damn it. Ah. How's this fight not over yet? God damn it. God damn it. Oh fuck. No! God. No! It's going so catastrophically bad now! Jesus! I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling when you're right there and it's clearly you're good. And then everything just fucking falls apart. It just goes so badly. That was so good! And then it wasn't! He was like one hit from death. This is also promising? Okay, here comes the ring. Who's it going after? Me. Where is he? Regular sword swings? Oh fuck. Ah! It doesn't normally go that fast. Wait, what? Ah! What the fuck? It didn't normally... Is that how it always works? I guess it's never caught me before. Fuck! No! Fuck! God fucking damn it! Oh! God damn it. Ah, that attempt felt so bad. That attempt felt fucking horrible. I hated that. God damn it. It happened twice. It happened twice where things were going so cartoonishly well, and then literally everything that could possibly go wrong starts happening at once. That's agony. The way that he was like one hit from dying and then just would not take a hint of damage in phase 1, and then in phase 2 fucking loses half his health in like 10 seconds, and then he's like, what if I stacked every effect simultaneously to the point where you can't even tell what's happening on the screen anymore? And then you're dead. Cool. Love that. God damn it. That sucked. What? I was bubbled! That's supposed to blow. You can stun me? Why can he stun me through a bubble? It's supposed to like negate the damage basically. He shouldn't be able to stun me through that. Fuck. I'm gonna die to this now. Nope. Okay, that went well. Dude, he takes damage to the flask. I'm wondering if I should be saving flask for phase 2? I don't know, but the bonus damage definitely does shit. Right, the fire. What? I have never died to that. Fuck, I threw that away. I threw that fucking attempt away. Just right in the garbage. I've never died to that. There's always been a continuing flame, and it's never hit me again, even though I'm in it. Why are these completely unrelated fights back to back? What? Shit. Doesn't usually do that. Oh. God damn it. What? I thought he was facing the other direction. Does it go every direction? I don't understand that attack. Huh. What? I don't understand this fuck. Nothing makes sense to me about this fight. When did the explosions happen? Sometimes he goes up in the air and then slams down, and then I can do an entire combo on him because he's completely vulnerable. But the other attempts, it explodes. And I don't know when it's gonna explode. I thought that was a safe spot, but he backs up. Oh fuck. We're doing this again? Oh, it's this one.
I don't... Where do I expect him to land when he does that? Okay. I don't really know where I should go in some of these situations. I don't know how to predict where he might be later. I feel like I should be proactively going towards where I'll be able to hit him next, but I actually never know where he's gonna go next. Doing the fire again. He doesn't normally do that again. Fucking fight me. God damn it. God damn it. That's definitely not good. Fuck. Gah! Fuck. Oh, fuck. No! I can't really see what's happening right now. What happened to the long distance camera angles that were in 3? Fuck. All I've got. Stop running. Damn it. He's inaccessible for so much of the fight. What? Fuck. I thought he was gonna make a cloud. That's a slap? Fuck. Damn it. Uh-oh, fuck. Ah. 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 No, don't waste that. Well... Ah, too late. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Shit, no, no, no! No, that's what was happening. God damn it. I registered too late what the fuck that was. God damn it. I should know better than to think there's ever, like, good openings to actually do large amounts of damage. It always means I'm missing something that's about to go bad. Fuck, that was going okay. Fuck. Why does everything poise break? Fuck. No, he still got... Fuck this attempt. God damn it. Yeah. Even the little stomps. Everything he does fucking interrupts combos. Charging a big attack on a big weapon in Souls games is not supposed to be super interruptible most of the time. You're supposed to have hyper armor on those kinds of attacks. You still suffer the consequences damage-wise, but it's supposed to, like, let you do the attack. Definitely how other games have worked, as far as I can remember. Like, I'm pretty sure I've done strength-build playthroughs that specifically is, like, the fear was that you would die to, like, chip damage while you're trying to do the attack, but not that it would just constantly cancel. Uh-oh. Whoop. Ah! I'm amazed by how telegraphed an attack can be sometimes, and I just can't get it because the timing's so weird from how long it waits. This guy is not that distractible, is he? Oof. Fuck! He fucking redirects the aim. It does not have a maximum range, does it? That does. God damn it, just take every hit. God, just take every hit, great. Stop! I'm dead. Alright. I've been so close to winning twice. Man. I knew I was in trouble when, like, my... Obviously, first attempt on Elden Beast, just get obliterated, don't get to learn anything about the fight. Second attempt, like, a few hits from winning, and I'm like, oh no. I'm gonna spend an hour trying to get there again, aren't I? I've been down this road before. Uh-oh. That was a really good start. Shit. What? What? That's the opening. That sucks. That is consistently the big opening in this fight. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Oh, I jumped way too early. That was a good start. I wish I could heal teach. Oh, he's so damaged this time. I can't save him though. Phase 2 does massive attacks all over the screen. I can't protect him from just tanking every single hit like he does. It's about as well as the opening can go. Oh, is he going up? He's going up. Means he might go this way? I don't know if that's consistent or not. He did go this way. He goes the opposite direction, essentially. Ah. Fuck. That sucks. No. Uh-oh. How do I escape that? What the fuck? He literally turned towards me while he was casting. He just kept chasing me. What the fuck do I do then? I thought I would just get out of its attack range, go to the side. Oh fuck. PJ's dead. It's really hard to judge distances in this fight because he's so weird. Okay. I can't tell what's happening in this combo. What the fuck? Can you never do that, please? Ah, fuck. Damn it. I don't know what to do during this fucking combo. What is he even doing? I have no idea how to react to that. God damn. When do I get to swing? No. Dude, I'm souring on this boss fight fast. I think he was just weirdly easy that one attempt. But now I'm seeing what kind of bullshit he gets up to, and I'm not really a fan. What the fuck? This is so much. Oh, fuck. No! I can't even approach him, and when I do, I can't see what he's doing, so he fucking... Ah! It's infuriating. How did I miss so much at point-blank range? Fuck! All of them? Every single one? Couldn't dodge a single one. Fuck! It's rough knowing how much my, like obviously eventually you just get so good at this game that you'll never get hit by anything and so on and so forth. Obviously, I get it. But it sucks to be in the trenches and just know that, like, my success depends so much based on what the enemy feels like doing each attempt. They have such a big moveset and they're so inconsistent that they can literally just be easy or hard from attempt to attempt. And so inevitably, if you're doing a bunch of attempts, your success is more dependent on whether or not they give you an easy one than it is the mastery of the fight. What? 2? 2. God damn. I wanted to see if maybe this is a better summon for this. I think he has more health than Tiche does, but he also doesn't have any health melting. Fuck. 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 No. Alright. That was bad data. What? You have never opened with that attack. That's what? Oh, cool. Great. That's just your new thing you do now. Cool. I love having no fucking clue how you're gonna act as a boss fight. Oh, that never happens. That never happens. Got that wrong. Ah. Ah, it's so fucking delayed. Damn it. Ah, fuck. Not the one where he... Oh, fuck. No! No! God fucking damn it. He was right there. Not now. That's 2 flasks down when I was that close to having a much cleaner phase. I'm not sure about whether this is better or worse, honestly. Whoa. Oh, that's our fire. Going into the sky, which means I think you're going this way. Maybe. Be predictable. Oh, shit. That is consistent. Oh, but then he just runs away. Cool. Which one? That's he's doing the meteor thing. Oh, I still have this. Dude, that attacking him instead is great. I'm not even good against him. Oh, fuck. Don't crouch. Damn it, I just used my flask. Don't be invincible for like 10 minutes now. They're not attacking me? Okay. Oh, no, it's not all in one spot. Fuck, that's bad. That's bad. Oh, shit. Cha! Oh, it stressed me out. Nope. What? What do you do to that one? That attack's insane. My flask already wasted. God damn it. This is new. My flask didn't do anything because he was untouchable for like a minute straight. Come on. Come on. Oh, fuck. Yes. Phase 3, let's go. No, please. Elden Remembrance, that's a good sign. 500,000. There's a reason to spend it. I guess they gotta reward you regardless, and you can go into New Game Plus. Summon Ronnie. Oh, this is the ending. Yep. I'm gonna get my remains. Yep, this is absolutely the ending of the game where you can pick which ending you get based on whatever's around. Well, I undid the insanity ending. Frenzy ending? And Ronnie's the big one that you work for, and also there's the most emotional connection to. And also the closest thing to an understandable storyline in the first place, so I feel like the choice is obvious.
The battle is over, I see. I do solemnly swear to every living being and every living soul. Now cometh the age of the stars, 1,000-year voyage under the wisdom of the moon. Here beginneth the chill night that encompasses all, reaching the great beyond. Into fear, doubt, and loneliness, as the path stretcheth into darkness. Let us go together. My dear consort eternal.
Enjoyed decoding whatever the hell the mess of lore implications is of having Blythe's mask and Radagon's armor in that ending. Rolled credits, we did the thing. We made it to the end of the thing. I think it's a little telling about my preferences, I guess, that like Radagon is one of the better boss fights I've done for a while. And it's like it's presumably the easy phase 1, like, you have to do another fight after this kind of boss fight. Almost like, I think it was Genichiro? I don't know, the final boss of Sekiro, where there's an opening round that's like, supposed to be the easy part, essentially. Like, that's the vibe I get from that, maybe, but I'm like, no, but actually, this is a decent fight. There's readability to it, I was definitely figuring out more and more of it, like, yeah, you do have to jump over the shockwaves. It's just, they really fuck with me with some of those delayed attacks where he just hesitates for so long that it feels like that you hit like 3 separate thresholds where the swing looks like it's gonna go off and it still doesn't, and you're like, okay guys, come on, man. But I like the fight better when it was just in a vacuum. When it became the opening to another fight, it became much more frustrating because I just wanted to be able to get through it and beat it and lose as few resources as possible so I can then do the other fight, and that's like a whole other frustrating thing. It doesn't feel attributable to like the idea of like a game having like a fight having like phase changes and stuff like that, when instead it's just like, here's a completely different fight, screw you, have fun depleting another health bar. And it's a bummer how many of my weapons are just like, at this point in the game, are just useless, despite having put a lot of resources into them, and them being like they match my build, they scale with the stats that I put points into, and they're maxed out and level. Like, they should be usable, but they keep giving me enemies that are like hyper resistant to specific elements, and it's like, I don't know, like, are faith builds just supposed to go fuck themselves in this game, I guess? Like, having to specifically lean away from all of the... having to specifically lean away from the primary effect that their spells have, and use, like, niche weapons and niche spells in order to get to the end of the game kind of seems like a dick move to that entire part of the game. Like, everyone who picks that kind of build. It's just strange to do to me. That just feels strange to me. Because, yeah, at this point, the Cypher Pata was just doing, like, no damage. Like, just nothing. And given how short the openings are to attack, you can't combo like you could earlier in the game and make that weapon really work. At this point, it feels like you really have to get big hits in. I don't know. It is noticeable that whenever you look up a video of anyone doing well at any fight, they're just using katanas. And it's like, that's a bummer. It's a bummer that the game, their biggest game ever with the most builds and the most content and the most weapons ever, still seems to flatten to everyone using the same weapons a lot of the time. But yeah, of course, it is still the weird From Software game where hyper niche mega strategies exist where you can stack 500 different effects
crossed with your low health amplifiers and whatnot, and then freaking one-shot various bosses and so on. I didn't watch much of... I saw some Iron Pineapple videos. I haven't watched much of them because I knew that they would reach spoiler points pretty quickly. Because I was like probably a third of the way into the game when they came out. But like you can go through the game without jumping almost. You can go through the game and almost one-shot every boss. Except I think you can't one-shot the fire giant or something. Because it just has way, way, way too much health. But you can get pretty close. These games are nuts. But for like, I just think that stuff isn't useful information, generally speaking. It's stuff people throw in your face, like how they talk about speedrunners hitting the game with the ladle and stuff like that. And it's like, cool. That's not really reasonable feedback to people talking about the difficulty of the game, though. Or of it being kind of unfair in various ways. Like, I don't think that's really a comeback to that as much as people think it is. Because that's just not the experience that human beings are generally going to have. It's just the experience of a tiny microcosm of hyper-obsessive people that really, really, really go, like, exceedingly deep in that game. And, like, it's also an effect you don't get ever on your first playthrough. Those are people that have beaten the game over and over again already and gotten to the point where it's, like, they're seeing through it and so on. But I don't know, basically, the stuff that I was worried about was all true about this game, and then the stuff that I wasn't worried about, then more stuff I wasn't worried about was also a problem in this game. The game did surprise me with open world stuff, because at the very beginning of the game, right off the bat, and even before the game, I think I was just pointing out multiple times that the Souls-like genre, everything I like about it, at least, like, it does not fit an open world. An open world's a horrible idea. It is not complemented. These two things do not mix in a good way. Because like I've made a point about how like it's all about the level design and the unique encounters and like how the entire game starts getting burned into your brain because of the series of really specific scenarios you have to go through. Like going through, like I made a point about this like when I sat there and tried to draw Dark Souls 1's map. And I drew the Asylum, and I drew Upper Undead Burg, and the Cathedral Ward, or whatever it's called. And like, basically, I pretty much drew the map of the game all the way up to like the gargoyles. And it's like, it's rapid fire, it's done in a video with Sharpies, it's not like perfect or anything. It's not gonna like match up one-to-one, but it's a pretty reasonable approximation of what the game is, all the way down to knowing like where the merchants are and where the bonfires are, and not even just like what the level's shaped like, but here are the enemies. Like here's where the guys are throwing firebombs. Here's where the guy hides around the corner. Here's the part where they put a guy up in front of you to fight, but then as you're approaching, you'll notice an archer up on the cliff, and you're like, oh fuck, there's an archer up there. I got to deal with that and the guy that I'm about to fight at the same time. And then once the fight starts, another guy bursts out of the cover on your left and comes at you simultaneously. Like, oh, new surprise! Like there's such a specificity. I've complimented this franchise again and again and again for having astonishing pacing. Like when you eventually get to an area that's bad, like Dragon Butt Land from Dark Souls 1, where there's just a bunch of dragon butts. There's just butts. There's just dragons' butts standing in a lava place. Like. And it's a bad location. It's just a bad zone where they spammed one enemy and the level's kind of incomprehensible and it's irritating because it's all lava, but it's also not fun to explore. Like, there are definitely bad spots in each game. But by and large, each location is fairly unique, and every individual piece of the level is expressing a new gameplay idea, almost akin to like old school like Mega Man levels, basically, like where you like they're relatively short and sweet, and you're going through like these. And I don't like Mega Man very much, but that's because of the gameplay more so than like the pacing and whatnot. But like, there's a specific aspect of like it all being the series of carefully tuned, unique encounters, and it's all memorable and interesting in that way. And that's the kind of thing that even the Bloodborne remake tapped into. But by comparison, Elden Ring is just so much more game all the time. There's just more, and there's more, and there's more. That ulcerated tree thing, you're gonna fight it 12 times. The tree spirit and the tree guardian, or sentinel, gonna fight those guys like 10 times. Here's another, like, underground ruin that looks like all the other underground ruins, but to its credit, there are unique gimmicks here and there, like the really confusing one with the teleporters. But that stuff does scream Chalice Dungeon. Like, it is like, here's a bunch of repeating content, divorced of its original context, complete with a series of things that used to be boss fights, but now they're regular enemies, and they just get increasingly tedious to fight over and over again. You're like, I don't really want to fight the statue guy. I'm already tired of fighting the statue guy for the 10th time in boss chambers. I don't want to fight him outside of boss chambers too. Look how much health he has. And like, you kind of are just like spending time for the sake of it in this giant map, because like, yeah, like by and large, you're exploring, but your exploration has diminishing returns, and whenever you go and finish a dungeon or whatever and thing, like, your reward is another item or spell that you won't use, realistically. There are so many weapons and there are so many spells, and like, I did always dig that there was unique loot throughout a Souls game, like, oh, this is the specific part of Dark Souls 3 where you get the Great Scythe. It's in that one ruin before the tree boss fight on the left. Like, I think I'm pretty sure I can tell you where it is realistic, like, with pretty decent precision. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's on the left side of the level, and it's like, you have to get past where the giant is shooting arrows at you, and then in like a collapsed building or something, like a house, there's like a, I think that's where the Great Scythe is. And then that's on the way to the tree boss, the testicle boss. that's in Dark Souls 3. And like, but like, this game just got so bloated that the weapons kind of lack a uniqueness, and you just keep getting more and more and more and more, and like, I don't know who has the patience to like experiment with every single one, especially when like they just don't realistically fit your build. And you like, I appreciate that there's an attempt at more realism at it, not realism. That was a weird word to pop in there. There's an attempt at more variety in giving them unique abilities, which is cool, but there's just so many and so much game, and you're limited by your build, but you're also limited by these upgrade materials that are increasingly hard to acquire because of how like restrictive they are. And having that upgrade system in general really limits your ability to experiment and change weapons, because their viability is so dependent on being upgraded. And then like, you're constantly afraid of upgrading things because you're like, will it actually be good though later on? Or is this going to immediately stop being useful because I hit a boss that it's not good for? Or it just doesn't seem to actually work, like when the rubber hits the road. Like, it's really hard to test a weapon against a boss and have a good idea of whether or not you can realistically use it between their moves, and like have a good feel for it when it does no damage. So it's like, you want to know how much damage it does and how it feels, and the process of getting there it requires like hours of careful experimentation with every weapon before you ever commit to anything, or you commit your resources and then regret it afterwards because you can't get them back. And like, I don't see the benefit to that. That's been an ongoing problem since the beginning, but it's like, kind of feels like it's getting worse the more variety of weapons they give you. And like, I complimented the open world early on, because it is genuinely cool to explore this really big, beautiful place and not be given like annoying quest markers about like, go follow 17 foxes to shrines to get whatever the reward is, make a haiku, press these buttons to chop this. I'm just dumping on Ghost of Tsushima again. Like, the Assassin's Creed model of filling the level with tasks that all give you some kind of progression thing, and so that means you basically are incentivized to grind them, but like, they're like really boring and repetitive tasks where you just do the same thing over and over again. Here's a bamboo chopping thing, press these 5 buttons quickly. You did it. Go on to the next task. A round of applause. Here's your point. You got a point for the thing. I don't even remember how the progression worked in that game, but you went around, you got points. I 100%ed it, and the game is like falling right out of my memory anyway. That formula sucks. Like, actually exploring because you want to and wanting to know what you're going to see there, that's the reward. That's the cool thing. So in some ways, I guess this game's like, it's just too big. It's just too long. Like the map is way too big to keep that up or something, because like the opening zone gave me a good impression of this game's open world. And so I was like, okay, it's not going to be that tight, like Mega Man / Metroidvania like mix that is a normal Souls games campaign of like really tight, memorable levels with good pacing and so on, where they just express the ideas that they want to express, and then they move on to the next idea and they keep it rolling, and that's why those games like feel so good to play through. Like I came to terms that it wasn't going to be that game, which didn't stop me from complaining, but like that's the thing we got to know about what the game was. But at least it was going to have cool surprises. Because, yeah, like, there were these NPCs all over that zone you would discover, and you constantly felt like you were finding more and more and more. Here's the wolf man. Here's the fucking surprise attack by a dragon in the middle of a lake. Here's the death bird. Like, really strange, unusual moments. Like, this place is full of giants, and lightning is striking everywhere, and when you approach this ruin, just to make everything worse, suddenly the death bird falls down, and you're like, this is so much shit. What is happening? But then just the repetition sets in. You're like, oh, another scarab that's invisible and runs around in circles, and you have to try to catch it with a swing, and it's really frustrating. Oh, another ulcerated tree spirit. Cool. Oh, the fourth death bird. And the seventh dragon, and you're just like repeating the same ideas from the first zone. It makes, the further I got into the game, the less the new zones felt like new things. Like it was fun poking in and around the foresty area, then being like, let's go to the swamp, and then the swamp was like, there's weird gremlin people riding horses by standing on them, and then you go to you go to Caelid, and there's horrifying T-Rex dogs and super birds and shit, and everything's horrible, and it's the Eclipse from Guts. Like, there was this feeling that the world was going to be this endlessly varied, cool experience where you keep finding more and more unique things, and it's all exciting and different. But then instead, the zones just keep getting worse. Like, almost linearly worse. Like, even by the capital, you're starting to see a lot more of the same stuff over and over again. But then once you get to the snowy area, you're like, okay, I got bored fighting the giant golem guys with the bows in like the first zone, and now this zone is like full of them, and I'm like, I don't really care if it's like, oh, it's lore, it makes sense in context. It's like, you've already made me fight this guy as like a mini boss of sorts like 10 times now, and now you're gonna hit me with a zone that's full of them? I'm like, that's okay. And like, oh, you thought the gargoyles fight was this like monumental and memorable moment? Well, here's like 6 more gargoyles. Half of them are called Kindred now, and they're black, but it's the gargoyle from the gargoyle fight again. And it's like, nothing feels unique and impactful because everything got duplicated at some point. Like, almost everything does. Like, to the point where even something like Mog, that was like this big soul-crushing nightmare boss fight, like, you just go over there and there's another Mog, and he's shittier, and he's just kind of in a place, and it's like, I think he was supposed to set up the other Mog, but I fought him afterwards, because this game has no real, like, structure to it, because you can just go anywhere whenever you want, which leads to, like, basic continuity of ideas just kind of not having any coherent idea to them. Like, what order are you supposed to fight some of these repeating boss fights in? Is there an escalation to their difficulty and so on? Like, what is the idea here? And, like, all these NPCs, like, I just had to eventually just give up and look up online what I was missing and be like, okay, let's try to complete what we can and go forward, because like a bunch of these characters just like disappear and start teleporting around the map, and you just have to magically find them, and it's just like frustrating because this game, there's no real idea of what order to play the zones in because of how open it is. But these quest chains are linear, and doing certain things makes you fail them if you don't do the thing in the quest chain first. But like, you won't realistically encounter them in most cases unless you look it up, basically. Like, it seems unreasonable.
And like the characters just, the two of the roughest ones. I mean, Brother Corrin was pretty rough. The fact that she's like, I'm gonna go hang out with this masked guy now. Whoops, I'm gone now. And then he never said he was leaving or where he was going. And then I find his body on a cliff on a weird secret spot. And you're like, how was I supposed to know to come here before I do something specific in the story? Like that sucks. That sucks that I missed out on the main quest chain of my build essentially because they just randomly teleport around. But like the much worse ones were there's two women that teleport around the swamp constantly. There's the one that you feed grapes to, the eyes, and there's the one that has a missing arm and you give her a prosthetic. And those two, you just have to go encounter them like 4 or 5 times in the swamp area, Liurnia of the Lakes, and they just go somewhere else every time you talk to them in that zone. Somewhere. They're just out there somewhere. Like, it's one thing to be like, oh, I missed the tower that turns upside down at first, and I missed the 4 lighthouses spot at first because I just didn't happen to go in that spot, and that's like me not fully exploring, and that's on me. But like the NPC is just teleporting around that map randomly while blending in with the environment because they're just small characters standing in the landscape. Like you can easily just walk past them without even seeing them, but also you realistically literally won't go to the same place as they are because realistically they're going to go to a bunch of places you've already cleared before and have no reason to want to go back to. And then, yeah, like the game constantly gives you you have no idea what to do with, like, there's just a guy that's like boiling prawns, and then there's Jarburg. There's just jar people, and they're like, and like I imagine that place has more to do than just to be like give you a tiny bit of context about Alexander and be like, oh, when's Uncle Alexander coming home, and make you feel sad about killing him and stuff. Like I imagine there's a storyline there. I don't know what I did wrong to not get it because. They don't, like, it's just a secret. Who knows? I don't know. It's like the Souls games always had obscure, weird quest chains that were hard to complete. But they existed within a much smaller, structured game. And a lot of the time they went around in spots you would have some reason to visit. Like some of the more awkward stuff is like probably Siegmeyer teleporting into Blighttown, I think it was, or his daughter. But I think there is a trajectory where you could play the game in an order realistically that you would end up encountering him more naturally. But that stuff was always a little iffy. But there was just so much less game to search through. And so now that you're playing this massive game and you're like, okay, there's a guy, he's got a giant hat, and he's like, hi, you're gonna fight that dragon. Cool. He introduces the idea of like turning dragon hearts in to get dragon spells. Cool. The end. That was his entire quest chain for me. Like I think I talked to him one more time at the end of that river, just randomly. He's like, I'm over here now. And I'm like, cool. Are we doing anything? You got any new context and info for me? And I don't think that really amounted to much. And then, like, I just saw him in the snow area, and he was now possessed by Shabriri, and he was dead. And I'm like, okay, cool. Guess I missed out on his entire storyline. Like, there's no, like... It's just not that interesting to not make choices, and not, like, it's just weird. It's weird. It was weird talking. We did a podcast and I talked to Colonel, and like he didn't know that Blythe that you and Blythe hunt down that guy at the beginning of the game because he'd already killed that guy first. But he also didn't know that Blythe gets like sealed in that cell later, and that EG did it. And it's like that's kind of the plot of Blythe. The point, like, it's so much about his character, and it's so important to the Rodney storyline and who Blythe is and what EG has to do and so on, and that it's completely missable. But also, like, why would you go there and ever find it? I don't know, like that's kind of a bummer. Like they put the work in, they make this spot, but like realistically, why would most people encounter Blythe hanging out in that jail and be like, help, I don't know why he did this to me? Like, when it's like, in many cases, it's like, it's one of the more like impactful things in the game? I don't know. And that's on top of all the other stuff about how like everybody's got the same names. There's like a Godric and a Godwin and a Godfrey and a Ronnie and a Renala and a Rin something else maybe, and then like Radagon and Radon and so on, and like some of these people are related and some of them maybe aren't, but like the lineage gets really foggy and hard to follow, and like 4 characters are apparently the first Elden Lord, supposedly, it feels like, and you don't get that much clarity on it, and then you just kind of pick an ending and you're like, all right, well, this, hope it worked out. I'm not sure if it did or not. And then I don't know, it's odd. Womp womp. I'm torn by the fact that like I like the fact that they don't just keep making Dark Souls over and over again, and that we don't get a Dark Souls 4 and whatnot, but I'm liking their choices of what to do instead less and less, and I don't know, I think this might be the worst idea they've had, even though like financially it was the best idea because it's their most, I think it's their most successful game by far or something. I think this game was like a big event this year, and it's probably gonna get Game of the Year awards and so on, and like, you know, I don't know, go for it. But I think there's like, it feels like a step back in a lot of ways because of the fact that like they had such a cool, tight formula, and now they're not really continuing in that. They're not refining that really. They went on a weird direction here that I don't think open world is in any way an upgrade. Whereas I definitely preferred Bloodborne and Sekiro, despite the fact that like I'm so much worse at both those games, and I'm awful at Sekiro, and like I do not love the parry system, and like having to like having so much of the game be tied to one really specific timing mini game, and then getting it, if it doesn't click for you, that game can be so frustrating to get through, and like I just never quite adapted to Sekiro, and it just wasn't working, and it was even telling in its own way that I one of the things I did better on was the fact that suddenly Sekiro had like a more of a Dark Souls boss fight out of nowhere. And it was like very recognizably like that. You're like, oh wow, I can play this like Dark Souls all of a sudden. This is weird. But like Sekiro at least made sense to me. I 100% was like this is a good game. It's very tight and well made, and it's a great idea. It's just like I can just acknowledge that it's like less for me. The thing it did with its like specific combat changes. But I think that on a more widespread level, I think Elden Ring is just not as good of an idea, and that like an open world hybrid of this genre contradicts a lot of what makes it good, and it's just kind of a letdown as a result. I don't think it's a bad game. It's just that like I just don't think it's, I think it's just kind of this like inherently flawed from its very premise kind of game. And I know that this falls on deaf ears a lot because like there's a lot of people that it seems to be incomprehensible to them why I don't like open world games in general, and why I think that having a big empty map where you do a bunch of checklisting and like there's no structure to the gameplay and so on, like that's just like people love that apparently. But I see it as like a weird like mistake to not like make it all make sense, like not have pacing, to not have structure. You can have choice and freedom and different paths through a game, but like there's a reason to make it tight and have level design. I don't generally want open fields in games where it's just flat and you just kind of wander around. Like that's not, having walls and cliffs and traps and enemies, like those are what make like a level. Like just think about how boring it would be to play Mega Man, since I've apparently brought up Mega Man today. If you just like walked around in a big open field with your Mega Buster and you're like, sometimes an enemy appears and you shoot it. It's like, that's not why you play Mega Man. You want the level to be like the level, how it is, and so on. And similarly, like the they've put out like these trailers for like the next Sonic game, and it's going to be like some kind of vague open world. And it's like, it just looks like a big dumb open field with like random rails and ramps that go nowhere. Like, you want to just jump on a rail and go over there now? Wow, you're over there now. It's like, you could have just run over there. Yeah, but I took a rail. This isn't level design. Like, that's not... The whole point is to be like, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog and I gotta get from point A to point B, and there's like enemies and holes and traps and these platforms, and like, yes, Sonic games famously have like 3 routes through each level or so, because you can like fall from one to another, and there's like more and less rewarding pass through a level and so on, but like there is a goal and a momentum and a direction to it, and like even as somebody who like thinks that Sonic games aren't very good, like there's clearly like a thing about them that's supposed to work, and I can look at a level and be like, yeah, this is like what they're going for on some level. And like seeing the trailer for the new open one, I'm like, y'all, we need to stop making everything open world for no reason. Like, this is the least applicable thing to make open world ever, is the fucking Sonic the Hedgehog games. Like, that's a terrible idea. This doesn't complement anything. I'm bummed out that everything's becoming this way, and we're not learning necessarily from some of the better ideas that, like, in some ways we still haven't learned that much from Breath of the Wild necessarily, and how to make the world really full of secrets and like exploration that's like more engaging. And like, and I'll say that Breath of the Wild probably is still too big and too long even for that, but it's like, it was more entertaining to be curious and see what would happen, and it was fun to just poke in a direction and be like, what's gonna happen if I go that way? And you would kind of have more surprises and secrets and discoveries along the way, and get distracted by this and that, and like, oh man, what's gonna happen now? And I feel like that happened less and less in Elden Ring, in part because I think like the enemy variety collapsed, and there's not that many other things to do, generally speaking. So like, as you go through these zones, there's just not that much reward. Like, I would go to each chunk of the map as best as I could, but by and large, you'd find a combination of enemies you've largely seen before, and some items you probably won't use, and you were mostly just kind of hoping you'd find another one of those golden trees to increase your number of flasks, because that was a reliable reward until you cap out. But like the actual act of exploring wasn't quite as good. One of the more interesting ideas they did have was the little painting things, but like, not only am I not sure the rewards were necessarily worth it. I don't even remember what they were the couple of times I did find one, but there was like, I think there might have been like 1 per zone, which is just not that much overall. And there wasn't that much there weren't that many open world mechanics necessarily to complement and make the open world make sense. It really was just largely Dark Souls combat and exploration in this really diluted, time-consuming kind of way. And I think that much like how like open-worldedness and like MMO style like repetition were harmful to Mass Effect and Mass Effect Andromeda and Dragon Age Inquisition, like, I think it was a problem here, and it's going to be a problem for Sonic. And like, just generally speaking, taking a formula that worked in a specific context and being like, but what if it was open world? It feels like an excuse to make relatively less content take more time. And so you make this really bloated, super long game, but a lot of that isn't because there is probably more content in this game in like an objective, calculatable way than there is like in an individual Souls game, but it is not in proportion to how long the playthrough takes by comparison, because there is still so much repetition and so many reused assets and so many recycled locations and recycled enemies, and just kind of like this kind of copy paste. And as they always do as a company, they just kind of ran out of steam at some point, and so there's worse zones later in the game, and you have less and less new things to see, despite the game still having more to do. And you're like, that's a bummer. I just want it to be better. I think that now that I've seen the world and so on, if I did play the game, I'd probably play the game again by just hitting the key story locations for the most part, and then looking up online where I need to go to pick up stuff related to my build, because you're likely to miss some of that stuff if you only go to the main story locations. But like, generally speaking, it might be more fun just to grind levels via some kind of like exploit, like here's the one guy that gives you 20,000 or whatever, than it is to like do it the more organic way where you spend dozens of hours re-clearing the very repetitive side content to get what is also relatively little reward because of how little they give you experience when you do that. So I don't know. I'm curious to see if there's going to be a DLC and how that'll go. In fact, begin Journey 2, let's say no. Let's see. But Epic Online Services? Like Epic Games? I'm on Steam. That's a bug, I believe. I believe that was a... I believe it just thought I disconnected from the incorrect thing. Weird. But anyway, like, I do still look forward to see, like, people... I have no idea if it's actually going to happen or not, but people talk about the idea of there being a DLC. I look forward to seeing that DLC. Maybe it's here. I imagine it might be right here. I never went in here, right? The weird divine tower over here. Maybe that enters into the DLC or so on. And there's a lot of stuff to like. Like, Malekith is a really cool boss fight that doesn't necessarily need to have a phase 1. Melania is a really cool boss fight that has overtuned damage that it compromises how fun it is, and then it has a phase 2 that sucks. Like, way too much damage, and you already had to beat Melania to get there, and she does all this bullshit where she's like... It's really hard to tell what you're looking at in a way that the original fight was clean and more enjoyable. Trying to remember if there's any boss fights that had multiple phases where I was like, oh cool, and they're all cool all the way around and not like an exhausting nightmare. I by and large liked this zone. In fact, I tended to like the zones like whenever we left the open world and they just gave me a place to play through. Those were better experiences than the open world generally was. And funnily enough, a decent amount of the volcano and Volcano Manor was kind of like that, where it was just like an extended, more linear area, whereas these are just like fields you walk around in, and that's more disappointing. I don't know. Yeah, I did. It was fine. I have a lot to talk about that skews negative, but that doesn't mean that the game is bad. It's just not what I hoped for, and also didn't win me over fully. And so I'm just like, oh, that was the From Software game. It'll be a while before there's another one. And yeah, like I look forward to seeing whether the DLC will be different. Among other things, there's multiple approaches to take at this point. Like sometimes, actually, like The Witcher 3 is a good example of this, or Fallout 3, I guess. Sometimes you make DLC for an open world game that just adds content to the existing map. And sometimes you just kind of make a, I guess there's 3 options. There's that, there's the one where you make a little mission that's just like an isolated, smaller scale thing that kind of just turns its back on the open world entirely. That was like, I think Fallout 3 had 5 DLCs, and 3 of them were like, here's a weird isolated linear mission. One of them was like, here's new content for the main map. And then you have the last option, which is you just make another fucking zone. Like a whole ass extra zone, or even multiple ones. And that's the Fallout 3 DLC that added a whole new zone. That's the Witcher 3 second DLC. Like the first DLC added content to the original map, and the second DLC added a huge extra area that you could go around in. And I guess we'll see what they do there. But by and large, I have a history of replaying From Software games, and I just find myself less likely to replay this one, especially in like the style of how I originally played it. because of how fatiguing and overly long, and frankly, how much it doesn't earn that length. It just, the idea of doing it all again just tires me out. Whereas I could like, I don't need a game to be that fucking long because of the fact, like, I totally did. Like, I would just beat Dark Souls 2 and then be like, oh, fuck yeah, and then just loop right back in and play it again. Because, like, the game, when a game's that good, you can just play it again. And then you get double the playthrough length. Probably not. You probably beat it fast the second time and so on. But, like, you get what I mean. Like, a tight enough and good enough game will become one that I play over and over again, potentially. And then, like, one that is less so, and it's just this big bloated mess. It feels like a task list that you finished, and then you put it behind you, and potentially never go back again. And that's how I feel about it anyway. Like, obviously, someone's gonna be like, well, I've already played this game 6 times. I'm like, cool, bud. Good for you. But I'm not here to simultaneously speak for every single person. Simultaneously, that's just nuts. It's only 2 levels. It's almost a 3rd level. It's close. The fact that 500,000 souls is only 2 levels now. Oh, my heart. My poor heart. Anyway, this has been a very long podcast ending to this. I think it's time to move on. More Pathologic 2, please. Both in the sense that I would like the other 2 campaigns of Pathologic 2 to come out, but also I would like open world games where you having the freedom to navigate the map is constrained by there actually being mechanics on the map, and there's interesting interplay between what you're up to moment to moment and the map itself. I get that that's not what a lot of people want. They just want games where you fuck around and you take your time and you can, like, not pay that much attention and just kind of, like, get up and walk away and play at your own pace and so on. It's because, like, open world games are leisurely, but I don't think that kind of leisureliness is the idea that should fit a Souls game to begin with, so it's just a weird dissonance. But also, I just want to see more games that innovate and do interesting things with the open world, and Pathologic is really good at that by having its, like, Dead Rising style setup, by which I mean, like, Dead Rising is almost certainly inspired by Pathologic. Having this open world where you have time limits and you have a bunch of tasks to complete, and they're competing tasks, and you're not expected to complete all of them, but you will have to leave things behind, and the clock just keeps ticking, and the game ends on a time limit and not based on how much you've done, and then whether or not everything plays out or not, and how things turn out, and whether or not you even get an ending or so on, is all dependent on, like, your ability to, like, keep up with that and so on. Like, that having to think about the open world in interesting ways and engage with it is what I want more of, and less just an excuse to have content spam and a bloated game and not having to structure your game because you're like, whatever, just do whatever they want. The genre is not about being structured. Like, well, then I guess it's not for me. That's the last tangent. No more tangents. I have to move on with my life. I'll see you guys next time.